Next on Webster News tonight, a lightning strike causes a 3-alarm fire in Webster. Tonight, we are hearing from the homeowner. Plus, thousands are expected to attend a carnivorous plant show in central Massachusetts this weekend. A look at how some of the plants eat. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. A Webster family is picking up the pieces Friday. Their home was struck by lightning and it sparked a 3-alarm fire. Several surrounding towns from both Massachusetts and Connecticut responded to the fire. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now with the latest. Brittany?
Olivia, 3 firefighters were transported to the hospital, 2 for dehydration and 1 who fell through a staircase. The fire chief says the weather posed a big challenge. Joe Gonzalez is still trying to process a reality he wishes wasn't true. A lightning strike ignited flames and destroyed his Webster home Thursday night.
I've never been through anything like this ever in my life, and it's crazy that you can just lose something so quick, something that you work so hard for.
Gonzalez was driving home when his girlfriend called saying the house was struck by lightning. But it wasn't until Gonzalez got home when he realized there was a fire.
I got here and I seen smoke coming out the vent of the roof. And I just got everybody out and tried to get my pets out.
Firefighters arrived to the home in flames. The severity of the fire and the hot temperatures sent 3 firefighters to the hospital, 2 from the neighboring Dudley Fire Department.
I had heard that 2 of my people were transported because of heat exhaustion, and it's a little nerve-wracking. You're always concerned about your people because, I care about all my guys. They're like a second family.
All 3 firefighters are doing well Friday. Chief Dean Kochanowski says the men were inside the multifamily home for 15 minutes before suffering from heat exhaustion.
You can see this is a very heavy material. When it's hot and humid, like 90s heat wave summer type weather, it makes it 3 times that much worse.
Gonzalez says although this is a tough time for his family, the support he's received is heartwarming.
A lot of people that didn't even know us came and offered us, food, a place to stay, and, there's still some good people in this world.
The home is unfortunately a total loss. Gonzalez says they hope to rebuild on the same property. Brittany Schaefer, Webster News Tonight.
A fire on Sturgestree in Worcester damages a vacant home. The building owner says there was a fire at the 3-decker last week and it was already boarded up from the previous fire. The Webster Fire Department says there was fire on all 3 floors when firefighters arrived. Signs on the building say there is up to a $5,000 award for anyone with information. No injuries were reported. Another lightning strike caused a school cancellation in the Quabbin Regional School District. National Grid was on scene Friday at the middle high school in Barre. The school district says lightning struck a nearby power line late Thursday afternoon. The school was without power until around 9:30 this morning. The district's elementary schools had classes as usual. It has not yet been determined how the school will make up the day. Double sessions are expected for students at Quabog Regional Middle High School starting next week. Students have not started their school year yet due to mold found in the building. The district superintendent says he is hopeful at least part of the building will be open for classes next Tuesday. A finalized schedule will be published by the superintendent as soon as test results show the school is clear of mold. Students were originally scheduled to start earlier this week. A surprise donation at Worcester's Vernon Hill Elementary School Friday has kids excited for the school year. The school's principal says items were much needed and now teachers can focus more on lesson plans rather than buying supplies for classrooms. Our Chandler Walsh joins us now with the story. Chandler?
Olivia, the surprise was organized by Scotty's Tissues. This is their 2nd year donating to schools. They're hoping it will make these Worcester students more comfortable and confident in the classroom.
Vernon Hill Elementary students are excited to begin the school year prepared.
This will be a better year than last year.
The school's 567 students received backpacks stocked with school supplies at an assembly Friday. Scotty's Facial Tissues and the Kids in Need Foundation supplied the donation, and the Worcester School is one of only 3 in the country to receive it.
We think the students and the teachers will be more confident knowing that they have what they need and that they can plan lessons and they can leverage those tools to really help the kids.
Scotty's also upgraded the school's STEM corner with tools including 6 microscopes. School principal Craig Doughton says Vernon Hill didn't have funding for microscopes in years prior and will now be able to go further with their experiments.
One of the things we did last year was extracting DNA from a strawberry. And students, we didn't have the materials to really do it, so they were able to have fun with it, but now they'll really be able to be more engaged with this activity.
Doughton says the donation eliminates stress for students' families and teachers. He says there's always a need for school supplies, and teachers are often left to fill the gaps and get creative with their lesson plans.
Before, we were struggling to get to the end of the year. With their donation was so gracious that we should be able to finish this year.
6th graders Jacob and Nyana say it was a fun surprise and will help them have a strong school year.
Some of them are actually needed. Like I needed the markers and stuff. I'll work harder instead of worrying about not having supplies.
Scotty's also donated tissue boxes to each classroom, and in the assembly, students learned about anti-bullying, nutrition, and fitness. Olivia?
All right, Chandler, thank you for that. Good Chemistry is back open Friday, days after the state's Department of Public Health closed it. The medical marijuana dispensary in Worcester says state regulators are reviewing several practices at their cultivation facility in Bellingham, but operations were not placed on hold. Until the state completes its review, the shop will be providing patients a full range of cannabis products from state-licensed cultivators from across the state. It's Pride Week in Worcester, and the city is celebrating with events each day. Thursday, a pride flag was raised outside of City Hall to honor the LGBTQIA+ community. The events continue tonight with the LGBTQ+ pageants at Fiddler's Green at 7 p.m. and the city's Pride Parade starting Saturday at 11 a.m. It's a show for all ages, but the main attraction is unusual. The Carnivorous Plant Show at Tower Hill will feature hundreds of different species and even a live demonstration. Our Roslyn Flaherty joins us now with the details. Roslyn?
Olivia, these plants from all over the world will be eating insects, and Tower Hill says it's their most popular event. This Venus flytrap lives up to its name.
It digests the insect and takes the nutrients from the insect, and that's what helps the plant grow.
It's just one of the plants on display at the Carnivorous Plant Show at Tower Hill this weekend.
These plants take care of themselves. All you have to have is sunlight and water.
There will be more than 200 insect-eating plants. The New England Carnivorous Plant Society will demonstrate how the plants capture their food. Tower Hill says thousands of people have come to past shows, and it's their busiest weekend of the year.
It's so popular because it's so different. People like something that's unique, that they can't get anywhere else.
Program manager Donald Gallant says the plants come from all over the world and usually snack on gnats, flies, and hornets.
Some are falling traps, some actually closed and move, and other plants are sticky, so the flies and the bugs stick to them, and it's just unique the way they capture their food.
And while some plants are capable of eating lizards and mice, this weekend only insects will be on the menu.
Different plants have a specialty, so depending upon where they grow, it eats the variety of insects that are native to that area.
Now, the event will take place this Saturday and Sunday, and people can also learn how to grow their own plants. Roslyn Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Artists from the Webster community came together Thursday night at Assumption College for an art exhibit on immigration. Some of the art on display includes sculptures, photography, and paintings. Assumption hosts a number of exhibits each year, but visiting assistant professor of arts and design, Lynn Simmons, says this is the first time it has sponsored an event on immigration. Assumption alum Ann Harris was one of the artists displaying her work. She was inspired by her grandmother, who had to flee her native country of Lithuania and leave everything behind due to the Soviet occupation in 1944.
For me, it's very emotional and it's very important, and I feel like I'm kind of living her legacy of this untold story that I still, have so much to learn about. So I'm happy to represent the college at a time where the arts major was taken away. So I'm happy that we can still support the arts here. So.
And the art exhibit will run through November 15th.